Hoop fan, you gotta love the finishing stages of the season with the NCAAs on the line. Rutgers' Gary Waters, BC's Al Skinner. They've got their teams in the RPI top 40 and looking good for the NCAA tournament. Today, an important matchup with the winner moving into the upper division of the Big East. It's Rutgers and Boston College coming up next. Basketball on the air this afternoon from the campus of Boston College. We're at the Conte Forum for an important matchup. The Scarlet Knights of Rutgers against the Boston College Eagles. Check out the standings. Both teams at 6-6 in conference play, looking to move up a couple of spaces with some of the big boys in the Big East Conference. Gotta like this game. Hi again, everybody. Dave Sims along with Ron Perry. Glad to have you with us. And I like this game a lot. Let's start with Rutgers. Ricky Shields, a perimeter guy. Boston College is going to pay a lot of attention to him.
They're going to have to. Ricky Shields has been outstanding for Rutgers this year. He's the team's leading scorer, and he leads the Big East in three-point shots made per game. There's no three that Ricky Shields doesn't like. BC has to extend against him. He's also tough on the break. He's a guy that can finish. He's got over 1,000 points for his career at Rutgers. Must be defended on the perimeter.
Boston College has a lot of freshmen who play large roles. One of them, Jared Dudley, is the Big East Rookie of the Week.
Now, Jared Dudley has played very well for Al Skinner's club. He's one of the freshmen that starts along with Sean Marshall. He's played very well this year. Consistent underneath, the team's second leading scorer and rebounder. He's actually the second leading scorer among freshmen in the conference. Must be blocked out. Has a knack for being around the basketball and coming up with big offensive rebounds.
Another interesting ingredient, the contrasting styles of the big men. The strong man, Craig Smith of BC. Herve Lamizana likes to do it from the outside. Who wins? We'll find out coming up next. Boston College and Rutgers. This ESPN Plus game is being brought to you by Hyundai. Only Hyundai has America's best warranty. 10 years, 100,000 miles. Hyundai, win. Cooper Tire, proud to be the official tire of the Big East Conference. Cooper Tires, don't give up a thing. And by Pontiac, fuel for the soul. Welcome back, everybody. Ready for some basketball here at Conte Forum. Rutgers 17-8, 6-6. They're 5-2 in their last 7 Big East games. They've won 2 straight, 6 of 8 overall. Boston College winners in 4 of the last 5 games. They have a 15-8 record, 6-6 in the conference. And their 4 freshmen account for 38% of the points, 34% of the rebounds. So a lot of youngsters out here making a name for themselves. Reggie Greenwood getting us underway, working with Tim Higgins and Curtis Shaw. And it's going to be Boston College ball. There's a look at the lineup. Lamizana, we told you about him. He's a big guy that likes to shoot from the outside. Exani's a hardworking guy that does all the things that don't show up on the board. Hinnett and Marshall, watch them run the show for Boston College. Could be interesting.
Rutgers starts out man-to-man. They play some tough defense. They've got to defend the paint against BC, which is very tough with Craig Smith and Yuka Agbai and Dudley down low.
5-second violation. Stalemate between Smith and Exani. That's a good matchup there. Exani's going to give everything he's got in terms of, bumping and banging, getting tip balls and all that kind of stuff. So keep an eye on that one today.
A couple of rugged guys. And it's like BC opening up man-to-man as well. They've been playing a lot of zone lately, but against a tough perimeter Rutgers team, Al Skinner saying, hey, we got to defend the perimeter big time today.
Exani tried to go cross court, loses it to Yuka Agbai. Here's Hinnett taking over. Boston College coming in after win against Seton Hall on the road on February 16th, 73-67. There's Craig Smith playing with a sore back the last week or so.
He's been outstanding this year for BC. He has 8 double-doubles, had a big 21-point game, a road win at Seton Hall. They'd love to get it to him down low.
Try to post up with Lamizana now. Lamizana working on Agbai. A double team Herve and a reverse layup for Exani.
Oh, what a beautiful pass by Lamizana. So versatile, the big man can shoot it and he can penetrate.
And now an inbound violation. Tim Higgins all over that. Turnover by Boston College. Jared Dudley turned it over on the inbound.
Al Skinner right up off the bench on that one saying, come on guys, that's a mental mistake. We can't afford it. Well, what a big game for these two teams today, Dave. Both 6-6. trying to get themselves into the NCAA tournament and get on the plus 500 record in Big East play.
Gary Waters, the Rutgers coach, talking about our goal this year, get to New York City, Madison Square Garden for the Big East tournament. Shields inside, got the shot off, took a hit, no call. Here's Hinnett. Luka Agbai back for 5th year. Marshall teeing up from outside, shot an air ball, barely got the net cord.
Marshall would be the three-point shooter for BC. BC is last in the Big East Conference in three-point shots made per game. This is that last dish by Lamizana to Sean Exani. What a beautiful look.
And there's Herve Lamizana up top for 3, 5-2 Rutgers. One of the keys for Boston College in defending Herve. They want to see how tough he is. They want to guard him and bump him all over the floor.
Oh, man, they've got to play him well. When Lamizana plays well, he's had 8 double-doubles in his career. Rutgers has won all of those games. Must be defended.
Joel Wiggin picks up the foul. About 40 feet from the hoop. Little hand check. Just Curtis Shaw. First on Joel.
I'll tell you one thing about Rutgers, though. They play tough, solid, man-to-man defense. Coach Waters stresses that. He's brought it to the program. They are in every game with the defense.
Well, that was his trademark with those very good Kent State ball clubs that he took to the NCAA tournament. Smith overplayed by Exani, and it went off of Exani. Exani trying to sell it to Marshall. That was last hit.
How about the contact there with Exani and Craig Smith, letting the big boys bump a bit on that one.
Here's Marshall guarded by Shields. Get it over to Jared Dudley. He's out of San Diego, California, Horizon High School. Marshall, baseliner, won't go. Kept alive. That was a good tip job by Marcus Webb. Shields with room. That one won't go, and the rebound goes to Dudley.
Shields can be streaky. He loves the 3. Get a couple of those to go. He can put him down in a hurry.
Let's look at Ricky, junior guard from Parkdale High School, Upper Marlboro, Maryland. Went to Hargrave Military as well.
Number 4 all-time and 3-pointers made at Rutgers. Having an outstanding season.
Agbai putting it on the floor. Went right at Herve Lamizana. Just took it right to him for the bucket.
That's BC basketball. Points in the paint. They love to go down low.
Wiggins sets up Webb. Corner jumper. Won't go. Rebound Agbai. Euchre pulls down another board. Averaging 5 boards a game.
And there's the contrast in styles. Rutgers will go to the 3. BC into the trenches.
Boy, Smith got his position, got the ball, and then went deeper and drew the foul.
Oh,
boy, that's got to be murder trying to defend him. Exani picks up his first.
Well, he's such a wide body, and the thing for BC in this game, it's got to concern Gary Waters. They're getting the ball inside early, and that's the key to defending BC, is to try to deny the basketball to Smith, who leads the team in scoring and in rebounding, and he's number 6 in the conference in scoring. If they get him involved early, it could be a long day for Rutgers.
Craig already named to the NABC, that's the National Association of Basketball Coaches, Division I, all District I first team. There's Gary Waters coming over from Kent State a couple of years ago. He's in his 3rd year, Gary Waters. The Rutgers Scarlet Knights. Craig Smith, impressive number. 6th in scoring, 2nd in field goals, tied for 8th in block shots, and 9th in rebound. That's a resume, isn't it?
I'll tell you what, he's done it all for BC, and he's been playing with a sore back, but apparently feeling okay for this one today. Looks good early as the Eagles of Boston College stay man-to-man.
Rutgers started shooting 2 for 4. Make the 2 for 5. Boston College 2 for 4 from the field.
What a battle right here. Craig Smith all over Lamizana with the body.
Lamizana picked up the foul, and then Lamizana gets the bucket. 7-6 Rutgers.
Lamizana's really been playing well for the Scarlet Knights. He's had double-figure scoring, rebounding efforts in 4 of his last 6 games. They need him to play well.
And for 40 minutes or close to it. Big part of their scoring. Yuka Agbai, quick release. Went right by him, but Hinnett is there to get a new clock. Set up Marshall, that's a 3. Can't get it, he can't find it. 0 for 3, rebound. Dudley back to Hinnett, steps into the long 3, and it's good.
Hinnett has really been coming on with his 3-point shooting. The coaching staff wants him to look for it more often. He leads the team in assists. Feel that'll open up even better opportunities inside.
Another three-point attempt, no good. Here's hit it back the other way. 47% from three coming in. Shoot the ball, young man.
Yeah, take it. Good results. Let it fly. I don't remember coaches having to tell me that, did he?
That's right.
Oh, nice.
Hunter got right in. Dudley on the curl, right down the lane. Well, that's first option offense there for the bucket. 11-7 BC.
That's BC basketball. They love it in the paint. Hit it with the outside shot. Otherwise, it's BC down low today, and Rutgers from the perimeter. Lamizana and Shields yet to really get off the mark so far.
Looking around. Wigan penetrates. And score the goal. Foul on Agbai. Luka was moving. They thought he had verticality, but his body was moving, bumped him just a little bit down low.
Yeah, he rides him right there. He kind of leans in with the body. Did have the hands up. Beautiful drive by Wigan. He's played well the last couple of games, really all season for Rutgers. Here's your body foul. Wigan averaging better than 11 a game. Last couple. 5 assists. Done a nice job as you see his numbers on the season. He's really taken that to another level last couple.
Got rid of the headband since I've seen him last. I don't think I've seen these guys since the Connecticut game. They lost by 1 at home. Three-point play by Joel Wigan. 14:58. Take our first time out. Good start from both teams. 11-10. Boston College leading Rutgers. We'll return right after this.
We're back at Conte Forum on the campus of Boston College, where the Eagles hold a 1-point advantage over the Scarlet Knights of Rutgers. Beautiful dish here from Craig Smith to Jared Dudley, the freshman, with the headband. Finishing off inside, where BC's had good success early. Actually, both teams have. Nice look by Smith. They're both shooting 50% early in this game with good success getting it to the rack.
Gonna like this Dudley youngster. San Diego Section Player of the Year. Doing well here. 11 points, almost 12 a game, 6 boards a game. Very impressive.
Oh, he's been great. I tell you, the young guys have really stepped up. BC starts 2 freshmen, 2 sophomores. Of course, one of those sophomores, Craig Smith, who they knew coming in would be a big-time player, and he has again this year.
Agbai coming out. Can't get it. Rebound, Joel Wigan. Wigan penetrates, kicks it out. Got hit by Dudley. Keep it right here.
Like everything he did there, just throw the bounce pass at the end, and that's going to get over there. There's too much quickness to try to get things done with the chest pass at this level.
So Wigan getting big minutes here with the start. Janning. Feed it in to Lamizana.
Good matchup right there with Agbai trying to body up.
High off the glass, won't go, and Yuki gets an easy rebound.
Trying to play physically right now with Lamizana, bodying him up.
Smith inside, got the shot off, no, keep it alive, and here comes Webb. 2 on 3, they're going to attack anyway. Shields against 3, got fouled. Hello.
Wow.
There's some good action there.
Oh, man. Well, we talked about Shields' 3-point shooting, but he mixed it up that time. He's missed his first 3 shots in this game from the perimeter. And a good shooter there will say, I got to get it to the goal, see if I can get to the line and get my stroke down. BC can't convert, and they're usually very good doing that, especially with Smith. But Shields gets the angle, no doubt about it. A lot of white jerseys around him on that one.
Dudley, the foul is first. Team 3 for Boston College. And Shields can't convert. Pretty good free throw shooter at 78%. Hinnett, sophomore guard from Oxon Hill, Maryland. Luka Agbai over to Dudley. Marshall feeds to Smith, a little bit behind him. Boy, good set of hands to get that.
Yeah, that's the matchup they want. Craig Smith and Exani. Oh, nice shot again by the freshman. That's where they want him to shoot it.
He's got 6 on a couple of threes. Boy, very fluid. Got great arc. I mean, technically, just a good-looking shot.
That's right. Hey, I actually got to take him to another level as a sophomore, Lewis Hinnett, but that's why they want him to shoot. Nice touch from the perimeter.
Oh, nice shake by Lamizana. Tried to go glass again. Exani keeps it alive, goes up and rolls it home.
We just got to give credit to Exani. He just does all the dirty work for Rutgers down low. He's the team captain, just gives you everything he's got out there.
Tell you what, you compete in this league, you better have a bruiser up front, because you're going to get your doors blown in if you don't.
Absolutely. It's physical down low, and Exani brings that to the table. He shows you what you can do with will and determination. He's got to match up with Craig Smith. at the other end. Smith weighing in at 265. And Exani listed at 235. So he's just got to get after it in there.
Sean getting a blow right now as they bring in Quincy Doobie, number 5. Lamizana will play against Agbai. Got the tip, couldn't keep it in bounds. Also in the game for the Rutgers Scarlet Knights, again with Adrian Hill, sophomore forward, 6'8", 225 out of McKinley High School in Canton, Ohio.
He's another relentless rebounder for Gary Waters' club. So again, he's going to try to keep fresh bodies inside in this one, knowing that BC's strength is in the paint. And for BC, they need to continue to guard the perimeter in this game.
Got a little slowdown here, Jared Dudley. Informed by Curtis Shaw, young man, you got to tuck in the jersey. Those are the rules. So the old Al McGuire Marquette, the ones that they had, you know, bonded at the bottom where you could wear it outside, I wouldn't play anymore, I guess.
No way, you're tucking those in. It would have killed the look. Would have killed the look.
Drew Marshall's hand regains. Look at this. Dudley gets a layup.
Great job. Always stay with the play. And a great instinct there by Marshall to find the streaking Dudley. The 2 freshmen at work right there for BC.
Quincy Doobie, boy, he's doing a number on St. John's earlier in the year. Post up with Lamizana, got up by Agbai. Herve with a step, spin, goes glass. Third time he tried to go glass, couldn't get it, comes away with the loose ball.
I'll tell you what, though, Agbai really making Lamizana work. See if he tries to pull Agbai more out to the perimeter. We're staying on him tight.
Couldn't get the pass. They do get it. Lamizana gets it back. There's Quincy Doobie. Lamizana left open for 3. He's struggling right now. Can't knock anything down. Lamizana and Rutgers Scarlet Knights. Rutgers shooting 5 of 13. BC 6 of 12. Smith, step under, no. Turn back. Breakout for Rutgers. We got numbers. And what do we got? Travelers lead. One step too many, and there's a wasted opportunity where you had numbers and couldn't convert. Take a timeout. 11:44 to go. 3-point advantage right now for Boston College. Nice play right there. Dudley on the end of the Marshall pass. Welcome back, everybody. Early lead for Boston College. Both teams 6 and 6 in Big East play. Chance to move up in the conference. What a year it has been for the Big East Conference. We'll take a look at the conference RPI numbers at halftime. The Big East stands to have some great representation in the NCAA tournament coming up in a few weeks.
Yeah, they really should. The conference ranked 3rd from an RPI point of view, and could be a year where you see 6 and possibly 7.
Nice pass. Oh, yeah. Old school ball. Nate Dornicamp, the largest lead for BC. 5 points.
BC's interior passing in this one's been terrific. Big man to big man for the lay-ins.
Quincy Doobie, baseline jumper. Doesn't get the roll. Nate Dornicamp with the rebound. BC starting to get a little rise from its fans here. 18-13, 9 minutes in. Dudley down low. Smith, Dornicamp, straight on jumper. Can't get it. That is his shot, though. Jermaine Watson tried to maintain, but lost it on the baseline. Nate Dornicamp with a lot of international experience with the Canadian national team.
He's quietly done a very nice job off the bench, coming in the front line for Al Skinner's club this year with Smith, and he's giving Agbai a blow right now, doing a nice job out there.
Here's Shields penetrating, had a tip by Smith, loose ball. BC takes over. Here's Watson.
And again, Dudley down there on the floor for BC. He does those little things.
Good thing Nate Dornicamp 7 feet. But he turns it over nonetheless. It started with a bad pass by Watson. Shields down low. He got fouled by Hinnant. 1-and-1 now in effect. Beg your pardon, that was the first foul on Hinnant. Look at this interior passing. Beautiful.
It really is nice. A high-low starting with Craig Smith. It's all big people. Big man looking down low, and then that nice bounce pass. Just got to love the bounce pass inside.
Nate Dornicamp at 7 feet. Played hockey till he was 15. Plenty of international experience with Team Canada. 2003 World University Games. Got a bronze in South Korea. Shields with the free throw. 18-15 Boston College, 10:20 to go.
Thinking the skating might be a little tough once you get to be up in that 7-foot range.
Remember Todd McCullough, who played with the Sixers at the University of Washington from Canada. He also was a hockey player. All of a sudden, the height took over. I think I need to change sports. The post up, nice spin move. Dudley's got it. Dynamic young player. Makes it 20-15. He's got 6.
Beautiful. It's been post moves by BC out of the man-to-man set.
Wiggins shakes free, runs in, can't get it. Ball got partially tipped. Haley running the show. Watson with a step, attacks. Oh, nice job in. But Craig Smith finishes it off. And a timeout for Rutgers. 6 points for Smith, and it's 22-15. Boy, Steve Haley got that break going. Another freshman. He's out of Boston and Worcester Academy.
Well, I'll tell you what, good job out there running with a great block by Lamizana. But, you know, Craig Smith on that one never says, hey, that thing's definitely going in. And you need everybody staying with the play till it's over. There's the big man with great hustle. I'll tell you what, Craig Smith really playing with a sense of urgency in this ball game, stepping it up. And the front line for BC very effective with the lead right now.
A lot of action in the Big East yesterday. Take a look at some of the numbers at Pittsburgh. Boy, they get pushed a little bit by West Virginia, and you would expect so when you have that neighborhood rivalry.
Backyard brawl. And how about Connecticut avenging that loss at Notre Dame with the home court victory?
It's the game you did last night, Providence over Miami.
Yeah, they looked good in that one. They had 5 guys in double figures. Providence, the real deal this year, and they're looking good for a bye. One of the top 4 teams, of course, for the Big East tournament.
Jump up by Lamizana, no good. Marshall rebounds. Herve struggling. 2 for 7 from the field. Marshall down low. Agbai, quick move inside. And, boy, he attacked and was able to get that foul. Took a hit in the right eye. Lamizana picks up the foul. And his first personal foul. Syracuse, Jerry McNamara with a big bucket at the buzzer to win at Georgetown yesterday. Villanova loses by 2 on the road at Seton Hall. And St. John's, boy, I saw them beat Georgetown earlier in the week. They lose by 1 on the road at Virginia Tech. And that's a heck of it. Kevin Clark, it's a remarkable thing he's doing given the scandal that they had. They've got, what, 4 scholarship players, 5 walk-ons, and you know, they're competitive. Yeah, what more can you say?
Doing a good job getting them to play hard, holding the fort down. Got to give them a lot of credit under very, very difficult circumstances.
Boston College enjoying its largest lead right now, 23-15, 8-point margin. Under 9 to play here in the first half. Got to break out again. Here's Watson. Ahead to Haley. Left hand. Ooh, rejected by Hill. Saved in. Here's Rutgers. 2-on-2. Nicely done. Webb put it up. That wasn't pretty. Got it back. Lamizana. Oh, he got rid of that to Hill. That was well executed. Either that or it was a tip and it worked for him. I'll give him credit that he made a heck of a pass.
He's made a couple of them. The shot not going down early, but that was a great play. Boy, we're seeing some athleticism out here today with the rejections and some nice passing.
Tempo picking up. Dornicamp gets the foul on Hill, his second. Dornicamp had him set up in the post. Adrian Hill, the sophomore, picks up the foul. Dornicamp, a junior center from Odessa, Ontario, Canada.
I have a feeling that Rutgers will be using up all of their fouls inside today, trying to defend the likes of Smith and Agbai, and good job by the 7-foot Dornicamp to set up low on that one.
Nate's 54% free throw shooter. Rattled that one out. BC on the boards right now, +5, 14-9. This is a ball club that's 5th in the conference in rebounding margin. Rutgers is 6th.
What BC's really done early is they just haven't allowed Rutgers to get off the dime with the 3-point shooting. Done a good job defending the perimeter, so that's been the key so far.
Ricky Shields back in. He'll pick up Webb. So Shields, Doobie, Lamizana. Also in the game, Byron joins, 6'9", 280, freshman center from Baltimore's Towson Catholic. and Oak Hill Academy. And Ricky Shields out there. They go down low to Lamizana, and he got held by Agbai. Easy call. Second foul on Yuka.
One of the things BC can't afford to do is get into foul trouble down low. So that's again where Dornicamp important. Agbai will probably sit right now, and Smith will come back in for him.
Take a timeout. 7:55 to go. 7-point margin for BC here at the Conte Forum at Boston College. With you and Lewis Hennett. Boy, he has been impressive. The sophomore from Oxon Hill, Maryland. Shooting the threes, Ron.
He's done a nice job. I love that inside out pass. Hey, the big people for BC done a great job finding the open man. And Hennett, the sophomore, he made 7 threes in the first 14 games this year, and he's made 13 trays in the last 8. So he's stepping it up, and that's why they want him to look for it.
That's right, 47% clip. The other thing that was impressive too, 77 assists over just 42 turnovers. Doobie from the corner, that's his specialty. Quincy Doobie out of Grady High School in Brooklyn, New York. 11 points a game on 43% three-point shooting. As Lamizana gets it back. Dornicamp takes it back for Boston College. They got Smith ahead of the pack. Knocked away by Lamizana.
Oh.
Saved back by Wiggin. Here's Lamizana with the shake move. Dribbling off his foot. Oh, my goodness.
No one wants to capitalize. Great opportunities for both teams. But you got to execute. You got to make that good pass to get the look. Both teams turning it over. I like the pressure, though, by Rutgers. Nice adjustment by Gary Waters to try to pick things up. Al Skinner doesn't like the way his team's attacking it.
And nor does Gary Waters. 4 consecutive turnovers in 15 seconds. That'll generally, hey, fellas, let's regroup. We're talking about the St. John's Red Storm just a few moments again. Right now, time to check out the Pontiac top performance of the week. And let's give it to St. John's University. The Red Storm, a tough one yesterday, in the game all the way. Lose to Virginia Tech on the road by 1. They beat Georgetown on Wednesday for the first conference win of the season.
That's a great job. And again, you said it, Kevin Clark's done a nice job holding that group together through quite a bit of adversity, playing hard. Good to get that W. Playing everybody tough right now.
Boy, in the rumor mill for the coach who's going to get that job over the last few days, I've heard Pete Gillen's name. I've heard John Calipari, Bobby Gonzalez, Matt Doherty, just to name a few.
All being thrown around. What a great winning tradition over the years at St. John's. Terrific job in the Big East. Nice ball.
Marshall, no, but he got fouled by Joins. Outstanding pass. Boy, Haley's coming in. He's another one of the freshmen. He's out of Boston.
Yeah, Haley's done a nice job. It's really been Hinnant and Haley. Al Skinner's got a good rotation. There's your foul. And when you pressured, which Rutgers is doing to BC right now, I'm sure Al Skinner said, let's get it to the middle, let's push the ball up the floor, and let's attack. As you see Sean Marshall's numbers, 9 a game, and he's really their perimeter threat. Another guy from California.
Yeah, Rialto, California, went to Eisenhower High School. Started every game so far for the Boston College Eagles, coached by Al Skinner. What a job by Al, losing Troy Bell to graduation. Ryan Sidney left school. Andrew Bryant left school. They lost another young man who they were expecting a lot of action from. And Tim Higgins, veteran ref, doing the right thing. Guys getting a little chippy. He said, hey, don't even start or you're done.
That's great.
You gotta love it. Don't even start. We got you. And just play the game.
That's a great job right there. Instead of either letting things go or blowing it out of proportion, you can see BC with the advantage. 8-3 on the fast breaks. They're pushing it.
Watson. Hey, here's Dornicamp with a steal. Nate coming over with the overplay. BC with the ball up 6. Craig Smith looking for it down low. They feed it in. Carter going through Marshall. He got fouled. They are just slicing and dicing in the paint. Great inside passing. First time I've seen BC for this season in a game live. Boy, as advertised, they're really good at that stuff. Shields with his first foul. For Rutgers, team foul number 7.
Good look at Al Skinner. He's done a really nice job with this young team. The expectation level was low given the loss of Bell and company coming into the season. Well, that was a beautiful pass that time by Nate Dornicamp, the 7-footer, dropping it down low with that nice hook bounce pass. And Skinner has really gotten a lot out of his personnel this year.
10th free throw attempt coming up. BC ahead of its normal pace. They go for, let's see, 16 makes a game, 24 attempts. So they're on schedule. Kept alive, and BC's coming up with all the loose balls.
That drives coaches crazy, too, when you don't get the defensive board off a free throw. Craig Smith kept it alive that last time.
I think Haley may have done a little tweak his ankle there. Trying to spin dribble, get away from Doobie. Whoa, look out. What was that? I didn't see it. Timmy Higgins saw it all the way. Watson got tangled up with Boynes.
Good job again.
Joins, beg your pardon. Second foul on Byron Jones. Watson was passing and going through, and all kinds of contact. I didn't see it.
No.
I heard the collision, I'll tell you that. Mr. Jones goes 280 and change.
Oh, man, I'll tell you what, Watson giving up a
lot.
Oh, about 80 pounds, I guess. He's 198. That is a lot.
Can I get a 20-second timeout to take this free throw, please? Football is out of season. Wigan hedged out by Smith. 27-20 Boston College.
Exani now has got a matchup advantage with Jermaine Watson trying to get some post-up moves on him.
Joins, powers in, nothing doing. Exani got it off, nothing. Got it back, he got hit.
Wow, physical, huh?
Oh, man. I think it's a good, you may want to have a mouth guard, among other things, on Watson's foul, his first, team sixth.
Check it out here. A lot of body contact. Joins. Look at Exani in there. He just gets popped by a couple guys, and Watson.
Like a piranha feeding in there.
Wow.
Jeez. Show the ball, you're going to get hurt. Wigan nowhere to go. He's turned back.
BC's really done a nice job, though, to extend their defense. The perimeter shot just not there for Rutgers in the first half.
Doobie runner is good. Quincy Doobie makes it 27-22. He's on the board.
Take what the defense gives you. Doobie,
Sure.
a great three-point shooter, up tight, says I can break you down off the dribble.
Doobie's got 5 coming in off the bench. Dudley up top. Smith posted up. Oh man, great play. Boy, he secured his position. Marshall delivered the ball. Joins picks up the foul. His third.
That's the matchup problem for Gary Waters right now. It's been a matchup problem for a lot of people. Craig Smith so strong. He really just backs Exani down on that one. Gets position. When he gets it down in there, forget it. He either scores or goes to the line.
You got to start fronting him at some point or what?
Got to. You got to try to, because if he gets the ball down in there, it's automatic for BC. So strong. Double him up. Teams have had some success with the zone against BC too this year, where they don't shoot it as well from the perimeter. But Gary Waters committed to the man. Double down or do some fronting.
Smith, not a good free throw shooter, just 56.4% coming in. He's averaging 17-8. Boy, if he just got that up to 70%, that's another 6-8 points for him.
Exactly. I'll tell you what, you got to get those free throws to go down. And another big guy there for UConn there, Mr. Okafor. That's the one thing in his game, too, the free throws not going for him.
And UConn as a team is dreadful. Last in the conference. BC getting to the line. They're 8 of 13. On the season, they're number 9 in the conference. Smith with 7 points, 3 boards, and 2 assists. Rutgers still hanging around. They haven't been quite as efficient as they'd like to. And they've been on their heels a couple of times thanks to this defense by Boston College, but they're hanging in.
Yeah, it's been good defense, man-to-man style.
Nice shake by Wigan. Lamizana short baseline jumper. Boy, he can't find it. 2 for 8.
Yeah, he's rushing it right now. He got banged up kind of early. Now he's aiming it.
Oh, what a great pass by Marshall. And good finger roll touch there by Craig Smith. 30-22 Boston College. They're a good-looking ball club. Quincy Doobie with a quick trigger. Boy, he got rid of that in a hurry.
Doobie has been just dynamite. He's been the rookie of the week 3 times. You can see with that outside shot. He had a 24-point game against Notre Dame.
Dornicamp tried to wrap around pass and threw it away.
Ooh, got a little too creative that time. Big fella. Control yourself.
Well, he recognized the situation at least. He didn't pull it off, but he saw it.
He did see it. Execution was the problem.
Wigan in trouble. Knocked away by Dudley. He's surrounded. 30-25 as we approach 4 minutes to go here in the first half. Dave Sims and Ron Perry with you, Boston College. Lamizana, boy, he took a body blow that time from Craig Smith.
DC foul number 1, Craig Smith.
Doobie, it's a good thing he's in the game, because he's got the last 8 points for Rutgers. Second foul on Craig Smith.
That Doobie has been just instant offense for Rutgers off the bench this year with the three-point shooting ability and also the nice touch. And Lamizana trying to get it back. He's frustrated right now at the line. See if he can find some rhythm with his shot. They need him to pull off this road win today.
Herve's just under 68% at the free throw line this year. Yuka Agbai is going to come in. He'll pick up Craig Smith. Agbai, Watson, Dudley, Dornicamp, and Hinnett on the floor right now for Boston College. Wiggin, Exani, Lamizana, Doobie, and Ricky Shields for Rutgers.
Lamizana can't find it right now as Rutgers in a 2-1-2 three-quarter court press.
Dudley will back it out, and they'll reset with Hinnett running the show.
It's a good job right there. If you don't have the numbers to attack, set up your offense. And BC content to do that and see if they can find some good matchups inside.
BC shooting 50% from the field. Watson tried to create something, nothing doing there. Wiggin had it knocked away by Hinnett. Hinnett looks at him, shakes his head, says, don't even think about it. Timeout, 3:30 to go. Boston College with a 30-25 lead, and they've had some good-looking break opportunities. Look at this conversion right here. Marshall to Smith, and Marshall loving the productivity there. The fine cuisine of college dining at midday on a Sunday.
Yeah, I gotta love it. I think he's got the double cheese pepperoni, getting after it. Got the hat flipped backwards and getting his sauce on the visor. Gotta love it.
What's the over/under? He just got up probably about a half hour ago.
Oh yeah, roll down. That's breakfast, lunch. That's the combo package.
That's exactly the combo package. Little basketball, BC leading. Does it get any better than that?
BC doing a nice job out of this man-to-man set. Talked about Ricky Shields at the beginning. Shields unable to get that three going. Doobie, though, has been effective off the bench.
He's got their last 8. Say one thing, he's fearless, too. And Lamizana's got to keep shooting, too. He's 2 for 8. They need him badly.
Got to let it go. See if he can get it to the goal. They've defended him well so far. BC with a lot of success down low.
Agbai, no. Kept alive Lamizana. Here's Wiggin in a hurry. 4-on-2. Shields got an opening. Shot it short. Hit off the face of Exani. And Boston College comes back.
One of the best looks that Rutgers and Shields have had in this first half. They pushed it. And when you break, sometimes you just get those wide open ones. I think he was so open he shot it too quickly.
Yeah, he's 0 for 4, too. 2.5 minutes to go, first half. 30-25 Boston College.
You know, despite the trouble shooting those perimeter shots, Rutgers just down 5. They're hanging right on BC's heels now.
Rutgers shooting just 33%. Shot pocket 6 at 5. Watson, tough shot. No, Agbai got hit going in by Exani.
Rutgers foul number 32.
Second. Glad you could join us here for Big East basketball. We come to you today from Boston College at Conte Forum, along with Ron Perry and Dave Sims. This is an important game, folks. Both of these clubs at 6-6. They join West Virginia and Villanova in the middle of the pack, and they want to join that upper echelon of the Big East Conference. And Big East enjoying an outstanding year. At halftime, we'll review the Big East RPI. Al Skinner's done a fabulous job once again. Coach of the year a couple of years ago here at the Big East Conference. Won the tournament a couple of years ago down in New York City.
Yeah, BC not taking advantage right now from the foul line. They've gone there a lot in the first half because they've gone inside, but they've gone cold now from the stripe.
Under 2 to play, first half. Pretty balanced scoring for Boston College. No double-figure scores as of yet for either club. Doobie with 8 off the bench for Rutgers and 9 for Smith. Shields looking for his first field goal, and he's got it. Rutgers hanging around, down by 3, and Shields can make it a 2-point game.
Now Shields is the outside shooter. Al Skinner not happy with that defense, but he's able to break it down too. He just goes right by Dudley on that one. That's great athleticism. He hangs up in the air. Dornicamp picks it up. give Shields credit. The outside shot may not be there, but he's athletic enough to go around you.
Webb is in for Doobie as Shields goes for the three-point play, doesn't get it. Rebound Dornicamp. 30-27. Approaching a minute and a half to go first half. BC has been very productive in the paint. Fabulous interior passing. And they've done it defensively a good job not letting Rutgers get fired up with their perimeter game.
Craig Smith sitting with a couple of fouls. He'd be the go-to guy right now. Somebody else needs to step up for BC.
Agbaugh fire from outside. Too strong. Dudley rebound. Dudley, no! Keep it alive. Dornicamp. Nate goes up and scores.
Dornicamp's really been good in this first half. Played some solid defense. He's giving Smith the blow right now. Nice finish.
5.6 boards for Nate Dornicamp off the bench. Lamizana turns it over. A little surge here again for Boston College, up by 5. The chance to add to it in the final 53 seconds.
Well, this has really been a battle here in this first half. Both teams have just gone right at each other down low. Rutgers man-to-man, and BC has played some tough man-to-man themselves.
Hinnett stroked the ball very nicely the first few minutes of the game. Here's Watson over to Agbaugh. 18 shot clock. Dornicamp straight away. Hinnett with 12 in the shot clock. Cutter going through his Dudley. And knocked out of his hands by Xanny with 8 on the clock.
That's good defense by Rutgers, but again, when you're patient like this, it does force the team to play, you know, that 30 to 35 seconds of tough D, which can wear you out a bit too.
Hinnett on the inbound. Dudley, quick pull. No. Agbaugh rebound. Can't get it, too deep. They battle for it, and Lamizana comes away with 18 seconds. Down 5. What's Rutgers going to do? They'll pull it out. Try to get that last shot.
Big possession right
Sure
here.
Is.
Really like to take this one to the locker room when you have it for the momentum.
4 seconds. Boy, they're awfully casual here. Shields with 1. Did get it off. That's not done well at all.
I thought he was going to take the long three, Dave. You know, it was really only 3 or 4 seconds. Brought it into trouble.
Boy, they had a chance to cut a 5-point lead down to 3, or certainly to 2. Couldn't get it done. 32-27 BC. Halftime coming up. A lot of important information coming your way from Conte Forum right after this.
Gonna try to kick it out. A little handoff. Allen with Iverson on it. Throws one up. Iverson with 7, with 6. Spades missed it. Williams rebound. He missed it as well. UConn survived. Look at the celebration. Shot clock at 2. Talik Brown has the fourth one from deep.
Executed their game plan a lot better than Rutgers did.
They really did. They wanted to go inside in the first half, and they did it. They got it in the paint. The big people really did step up for them.
Take a look at the first half highlights. We'll get to those. Brought to you by Hyundai.
Lewis Hinnett, the sophomore point guard, leads the team in assists. They were able out of the man-to-man to find good matchups. Craig Smith with a tough turnaround. He got his game going early in this one with a couple of big baskets. How about the freshman Sean Marshall finding Smith again in the paint on the break? BC a lot of success down there. Quincy Doobie with the 3. He was off the bench, and again, he was their offense in the first half, leading them with 8 first half points.
Quincy Doobie 3 for 6 shooting. Rutgers struggling to score on the road in conference games, averaging just over 58 points, and they're even below that schedule right now.
Yeah, BC hasn't really taken advantage from the line. They've gone there a lot with 15 attempts. They've dominated the backboards. Lamizana and Shields have struggled against BC's man. They need to step it up in the second half.
Craig Smith played just 14 minutes, had 2 fouls, but he did score 9 points and 3 rebounds. Second half coming your way right after this timeout.
There's no other way to say it. When you have IRS tax debt.
From Conte Forum, campus at Boston College, 32-27 Eagles. Gary Waters Club, boy, they need to get that team rolling here. They only score, as we mentioned, 58 points per ball game in road conference contest against 75 at home. And they got to get their outside shooters on track here. Herve Lamizana 2 for 8. Ricky Shields went 1 for 5. Now, this is a ball club that shot just 35%. Meanwhile, Al Skinner right now in the driver's seat, but it's still very much a game up for grabs. Both teams at 6-6 in the Big East Conference. It'll be Shields, Marquise Webb, Joel Wiggin, Herve Lamizana, and Sean Exani starting the second half for Rutgers. You got Hinnett, Marshall, Agbai, Dudley, and Smith for Boston College.
And Boston College opens up man-to-man. Both clubs man-to-man today, trying to find matchups. Agbai did a very nice job on Lamizana. And right now you've got Dudley really shading on Shields.
Down low, Webb. Nothing there with 3 on the shot clock. Shields will have to go. Can't get it. Tip, no good. Agbai, Exani, a battle. Exani won it. He got fouled. 2 strong guys in that particular battle, won by Sean Exani. And Craig Smith just picked up his 3rd foul.
Not a good exchange for Boston College. They don't get the board. And Smith, who sat out the last several minutes of the first half, picks up number 3. I think Al Skinner goes with him right here, but clearly doesn't want him to pick up number 4. He's going to find a seat in the bench.
40 seconds in. Picks up his 3rd foul. So Exani out of Red Bank High School, Red Bank, New Jersey. 5 points, 6 points now, 4 rebounds.
He's had 5 double-figure rebounding games this year for the Scarlet Knights, and they show pressure again. It's a good trap right here.
Now numbers, Smith going to leave it for Dudley, and he got hammered by Lamizana. Herve picks up the foul, and that will be his 2nd.
Good job breaking pressure. There's a lot of good numbers up there for Scarlet Knights, but they trap in BC. You've got to go on the attack against pressure. Lamizana, a great shot blocker, number 4 on the career list at Rutgers, but he can't get the job done that time on the 2-on-1.
7 and 5 for Mr. Dudley. Well, he's got great rotation, very fluid, good-looking stroke he has.
Yeah, he's done a great job for BC. He had a career high 24 recently in the overtime victory for BC against Miami. And he's really face guarding Ricky Shields, who has not gotten off from three-point land today, and neither has Lamizana.
Right, in that matchup with Dudley with the height advantage there. Down low, nothing doing there. Smith takes over. Hinnett. Oh, he looked off the man, went to Agbai, and he turned it over. Marshall was wide open for 3. He looked off Marshall, went to Agbai, and Yuka turned it over.
Yeah, he did. He made a good decision. Your point guard, it's all about decision making. I thought he might dump it down to Dudley or Marshall. Finds the big man. He just tries to do something before he gets the ball, though.
Standing way outside. Boy, good job by Boston College defensively.
A lot of standing right now by Rutgers, huh? They're just kind of trying to find an answer.
Shields, air ball.
Good defensive set. I mean, that wasn't a good shot, really, for Rutgers. They had to just launch that thing. That's when you get it done out of the half-court defensive set.
Marshall down to Agbai. Working on Lamizana, gives a reverse. Put in by Marshall. Boy, that interior passing is just slicing Rutgers to bits here. 36-29.
Big people have done a great job passing the ball today for Boston College.
Shields on the attack that time. Gets a foul, and they get it on Marshall. Sean Marshall a foul. That'll be just his first.
As far as his passing is concerned, beautiful drop pass there by Agbai to the cutter. And BC ranks first among Big East schools in assists per game, better than 17 of them a game.
Good attack by Wiggin. Dudley picks up that foul. 3rd team, 2nd on Dudley. BC 6 players having an assist. That's how effectively they've been playing today.
You see BC with 10 of those assists today. This game, I think we're going to see some free throws, Dave, in the second half. There's a lot of reaching in. The officials right on it to start this second half.
3 team fouls for Boston College and 4 make that 1 for Rutgers. Lamizana down low. Agbai held his ground. Smith rebound. And he got fouled. It's on Herve. That'll be his 3rd. It is.
See, I'm looking for Lamizana there. He got a nice reverse pass. He was inside the foul line. That was really 1 pass too many. He's a terrific scorer. 14 plus a game. Take that shot and knock it down.
Herve 2 of 8 4 boards, 5 points. And he's going to get a rest right now, and that takes some scoring, a lot of scoring. The number 2 scorer for Rutgers out of the lineup at 14 a game.
That's a tough break right there. Now, he's got the 3. Craig Smith playing with 3 for Boston College. Both key guys to have on the floor for each club.
Adrian Hill in the game. 21 minutes. He gave him about 6 points a pop. Here's a turnover. Rutgers back the other way. Shields. Pull up. Can't get it. Put back. Oh, he blew the layup.
Oh, man. Right there.
Blew the layup. Here's Boston College. They got numbers. Hinnant will pull up just below the foul line. No. Kept alive. A breakaway. Shields will convert this one for sure, won't he? Yes, he did. And it might have been a little bit question there if he hadn't gotten all the way up to dunk that ball. Rutgers. Second half, 106. Here's another turnover.
Too
Another
casual.
opportunity. Shields. No. They keep it alive. Back to Smith.
Close to a backcourt. Smith took it right to the line.
Yes, he did.
Oh, Curtis Shaw on the call, though. Man, you got to be good with the ball. Good crisp outlets. Don't want to leave anything to chance. Too much quickness out here at this level.
36-31. As poorly as Rutgers has played, it's remarkable. They're only down 5.
That's the thing. They're hanging right around. They get hot from the outside. BC, this is turning into a half-court possession game. You've got to execute.
Smith, the big guy, steps outside, about a 16-footer. He's got 11.
He starts doing that with his game. Forget about it. He's so tough inside. And that's what Ryan Gomes has been doing for Providence this year. He's tough inside. He's also been stepping outside and knocking down shots.
Smith, the only double-figure scorer in the game to this point. 38-31. There's a steal. Boy, he was all over that. Dudley. He was watching that one, had it all the way. Take a break. 15:33 to go here in the second half. Rutgers down by 7.
It's easy to burn off a refreshing low-carb rock green light. This workout is called After You. Feel the burn. Now you've got the green light.
Nothing worse than being ready to go and your car won't. So we're ready in advance. Ready with the right equipment, the right people, and the right parts. All at ready to go, low prices. And if it's your battery, we'll install it for free. So bring it on. We're ready in advance.
For the best parts, people and price, we're ready in advance. Yeah, bring it on.
It's easy to burn off a refreshing low-carb rock green light. This workout is called After You. Feel the burn. Now you've got the green light.
I'm here for my massage. These big muscles need some tenderizing.
Okay, cutie, room 5.
Ooh. Bud Light.
You're here for the body treatment?
Oh yeah, my body, your treatment.
Okay, let's go.
Okay.
Fresh, smooth, real Bud Light.
Is there a breeze in here?
It's all here.
Nobody delivers more New York sports news than MSG Sports does. It's a full 30 minutes that New York sports fans...
Sportsmanship to their competitors.
And when there's breaking...
Better job on the road. They're so tough at home. Oh, nice play out of the timeout.
And the miss in there by Hill. And Smith just picked up his 4th foul. Some good coaching there. Gary Waters went right after Al Skinner's big man. He picked up foul number 3, 40 seconds in, and now number 4 at the 15:26 mark.
That's a big blow right there for BC. Al Skinner saying, Craig, we need you on the floor. Got to have you playing in there with the hands up defensively. He's going to have to sit him now, I would think, for the next, 8 or 9 minutes.
Easily.
Get him in with 5 or 6 to go. Critical now.
Craig Smith, 11 points, 4 of 6 shooting, 6 boards. Here's Hill for the second free throw attempt, and he got 1 out of 2. Hill just 57-6 at the line. Both teams remain under 60% at the line today. 6-point BC lead.
1-2-2 full court pressure again. See if BC attacks.
In it. Went in and drew the contact from Exani. That'll be his third.
That's the way you got to do it, too. You get that full court pressure. It should say to you offensively, let's go after it. Let's break it down. You typically want to get it to the middle, Exani with number 3, or push it hard down the side and take it if you have the numbers. Good decision by Hinnant.
Can't get it to go. Hinnant on the season at 71%. Coming off a big game against Seton Hall. 7 points, 3 rebounds, a couple of assists. Last 8 games, almost 8 points a game. 57% shooting from 3. Boy, that is outstanding. For a young man playing about 26 minutes a game.
He's got a nice release. And the more he looks for that shot with confidence, the more it'll open things up to BC strong inside players.
Here's Quincy Doobie back in the game. Big lift off the bench in the first half. Cross court, intercepted. Dudley's got it. And then he throws it back, trying to get it back to Hinnant. And threw it away. Boy, was in a hurry with nowhere to go.
Yeah. And Dudley, a guy that really does keep his poise. He knew as soon as he let it go that was a mistake. Al Skinner, a little shake of the head. Number 1, you don't want to throw the ball backwards. Let's advance the thing up the floor. Hold it for that other split second. BC back to the man-to-man.
Shields, short. Ooh, he shot a short baseline jumper. Air ball.
Really?
Goodness gracious.
Pulled the string on that one, didn't he?
2 for 9, 7 points. 0 for 4 from 3-point range is Ricky Shields. Leading scorer for Rutgers. Agbai with a turnaround is good. 41-32, 9 points the lead. Biggest lead by BC today.
Agbai, the veteran for BC. A lot of young players. He's been through all the Big East battles throughout his career.
Marquise Webb can't get it to go. Rebound Dudley.
Rutgers just can't find it today. You know, Shields, maybe Doobie the guy that can get hot for them. Lamizana on the bench right now. I think you'll see him back on the floor very quickly.
Rutgers is just 30% at the line on a foul on Exani. As Agbai challenge. Exani in deep foul trouble. That's his fourth. So they bring in Byron Joins. He's playing with 3 fouls. Lamizana playing with 3. Gary Waters, best dressed coach in the nation, said collegeinsider.com. He's got some issues right now, doesn't he?
He sure does. Right now he's saying, you know, we've got to find some offensive answers. BC doing a good job on defense.
Dornicamp knocks one down straight on. Double-digit lead, timeout Rutgers. 43-32. Dornicamp's done a nice job today. He's got 7 points, 3 of 4 shooting, and 7 rebounds. We're under 14 minutes. Back to BC in a moment. BC with a 43-32 lead. Just under 14 to play. Time now for Shooting the Rock, brought to you by Rock Green Light, a low-carb premium light lager with only 2.4 grams of carbs. It's all BC right now, 4 of 5 against 1 against 9. Jeez.
Wow. I mean, Gary Waters trying a little bit of everything. He's putting defensive pressure on to see if he'll generate offense that way. Maybe some more screening for both Shields and get this guy Doobie. Quincy Doobie can line it up, although careless pass on that one.
Turnover again. And that look pretty much says it all.
Yeah, it's frustrating. You know, you gotta make some shots. You've got to play some good defense, and Rutgers struggling with the shots. And with Smith out right now, a big stretch for BC. Not that time.
Dornicamp way too high and long on that pass, trying to get it down in low. Joel Wiggin is in for Ricky Shields. Shields 2 for 10, 0 for 4 from 3. 3 of 5 at the line. He's got 7 points. He's the leading scorer for Rutgers at 15 a game.
Surprised that Lamizana still not back in the ball game. I think we'll see him shortly.
Boy, they're really going to struggle now. There's Doobie missing. Gathers on rebound. Bounce it off his foot. And here comes BC. Numbers. Dudley layup. Well, when you take Rutgers, you get Shields, the 16th leading scorer in the conference, and Lamizana, number 20. Take him out. Forget it. 7-0 run. And the biggest lead right now, it's up to a dozen.
BC executing. It's been this man-to-man defense. It's been very tough. I love that bounce pass last time, too, on the break.
Obviously, I didn't major in math. It's 13.
A little too physical on that play by Agbai, but last time the defense just collapses down. Hinnant, that's a textbook pass, reads the defense, and then you get good results.
So Lamizana back in. They got to get him some touches, and hopefully he can turn it around just that quickly. Joel Wiggin, no. Dornicamp, a one and done. Look at this, ahead to Dudley. Alley-oop, Marshall, yes indeed. 9:01, another timeout for Rutgers. BC on a roll at 47-32.
Well, and that one gets the crowd really involved here at Conte Forum. BC getting it done. Gary Waters saying, guys, where's the energy level? BC beating Rutgers down the floor. Nobody back. Where's the defense? Where's the intensity? Gary Waters will be on his glove. And BC right now on a great roll. Oh, nice look that time. Marshall, the freshman. See, these guys have played a lot this year, so they're not playing like freshmen at this point in the season.
If you're Rutgers, you got to do a good regroup job. And if for Al Skinner's club, hey, boys, it's not over. 12:43. I was at a game yesterday. In the Atlantic 10, Xavier was up 17. Dayton knocked it down to about 5 in a heartbeat. So can't rejoice yet. Look at that, 14-3 in fast break points. BC's got 14 assists on 17 field goals.
Wow. Now with the three-point shooting, and we know Rutgers can get hot from that distance. It hasn't been there. The best thing BC's done is defended the perimeter today.
Lamizana travel. So that's about, what, 4 or 5 trips now.
Yeah.
Well, they got nothing.
Nothing. Right now, completely out of sync. But Lamizana back in the game. To see if he can give him a lift.
Somebody's going to have to. I don't think they're choosy right now. 1 for 11 from the field for Rutgers right now in the second half. Hinnant dribbled right into trouble. Lamizana took it away. Can he convert it? Goes up. Got it.
Well, the thing I like that Gary Waters is doing with his club is he's keeping pressure on Boston College. They're going to try to see if he can get some kind of a run going, and they're going to do it with defense.
Dornicamp. Curtis Shaw didn't like the way Lamizana handed the ball. Dornicamp said, a couple of words here. Some pressure being put on Rutgers. They need to pressurize as much as possible. We're 8 minutes in, second half.
Yeah, Agbai does a nice job both helping on the inbounds pass and then being there for his guard. And he comes to the pass, which is so important when you're receiving the ball.
Hinnant, boy, nobody guarding him. He took it too deep. Offensive foul. Standing in and taking a blow is Lamizana. Boy, he was pushing the envelope there. It's all BC here in the second half, a 13-point lead. Boston College up 13, 47-34. Al Skinner and his staff, maybe one of their better jobs they've done in their tenure. Here's the tournament resume here for the BC Eagles.
Well, the 17 overall, impressive conference. They'd love to get that thing above 500. Very good RPI, though, in the top 25. How about NC State? That's looking like a bigger and bigger win. At Seton Hall, a good one. At West Virginia, tough. West Virginia's tough on everyone at home.
Here's the remaining schedule and the records. Virginia Tech, St. John's, and Providence. And 3 games that you're a BC fan, hey, those 3 games you should be able to get.
That's a good finishing schedule. This one here, pivotal, though, and we'll see if Rutgers has got that run right now with still 11 plus to go. A lot of time if they can find some range from the outside.
Rutgers 2 of 12, second half from the field. There's another cross-court pass. Watson almost had it. Down low, Hill bobble, turnover. BC looking to convert again. 15 turnovers, Rutgers. Haley steps in. Runner's good. Boy, unencumbered as he went right down the lane.
Nice read by Haley. Comes into the game from Hinnant. They've been interchangeable this year. That was a big bucket for Boston College.
BC 7 of 8 here in the second half, leading 49-34. With all the youngsters that Al Skinner and staff relying on. Boy, it's a real tribute to them to be where they are right now, 15-8, 6-6. And winners of 4 of the last 5. They take it over again.
Well, the turnovers killing Rutgers in this second half.
the old boxing analogy. If this was a fight, they had to stop it.
Adrian Hill with the foul, and BC doing a very nice job with Craig Smith having, had to sit since the 15-plus minute mark with his 4th foul. They've done a nice job in his absence.
15-20. He picked up his 4th, and they picked up the pace. Go figure that.
It doesn't make sense, but
it sure doesn't.
They've done a good job. Agbai, again, good leadership, and just a lot of people stepping up. See Craig Smith's numbers. He's been the leading scorer and rebounder for this club all year long. And that's a good sign for the coaching staff when other guys will step up. I think one of the keys for BC this year is they won early and built up some confidence with these young ball players.
Agbai, a 71% free throw shooter, having a tough day, 1 of 6. Turnover again. Numbers. Haley takes it, and it blocked. Haley ends up with it again. Rutgers has 17 turnovers and 12 made field goals. Long study Dudley. Bingo! Triple! 52-34, coming up with 10 to go. And Craig Smith has been out with his 4th foul back at the 15-20 mark, a 16-3 run.
Now, we talked about Dudley. He seems to do a little bit of everything for BC, but it's been this defense. This defense is stifling Rutgers right now.
Shields, no. 1 and done again. Shields, 2 of 11. Rutgers at 30% against 50% for BC. Agbai, baseline. Dornekamp, why not? Bingo!
Dornekamp having a very, very big game for Boston College today, making shots, rebounding. It's been a team effort right now. BC on a roll, plus 20 here at home.
How about Nate? Off the bench, 9 points, 8 boards, and 18-3 run.
I think Dornekamp really settling into a nice role for Boston College. Rebounding. They've got him facing the basket quite a bit where he can show the touch. That was Dudley with the 3. A nice look by the big man. And then he says, hey, I feel the touch. Look at him hold that right hand up. The shooters follow through. Craig Smith saying, way to go, gentlemen. Way to go.
They have really taken the life out of Rutgers. It was bad about 5 minutes ago. It's really bad now.
It really is. And, with 9:30 to go, still tons of time. We'll see with Rutgers. They just should come out with full court pressure. Shields back out there. And they should really let it rip right now. For BC, keep you poised. Dudley's numbers, very impressive again today.
BC outscoring Rutgers 22-7. I got to believe some words thrown around that we can talk about on TV. Pride being one of them.
Oh, baby, absolutely.
You fill in the rest of those blanks at home, folks.
That's exactly right in that huddle.
Ball tipped out of bounds by Agbai. Boy, this was not the road performance Gary Waters thought he was going to get today. Ball club comes in 1-5. They're only Big East road win at Villanova, but they had been playing well. Now, granted, they weren't playing all upper echelon clubs in the Big East, and yes, Northern Colorado, they blew them out big time, but still, a win is a win, and you got to feel good about yourself, and they come out and play like this. Down low, Webb. No! Turned away by Dornekamp.
Now, there's been no real inside game for Rutgers, and when you shut the perimeter game down, which BC has done today, it's been a major struggle.
Agbai left open, had his foot on the line, won't go. Rebound Shields. Shields 2 of 11. 9 rebounds for Dornekamp, a career high. Oh my goodness, Wigan had a layup and blew it. Oh my goodness.
I don't know why he doesn't use the glass there. He's got the position, thought he was just going to bank it home, and maybe he lost his balance, but just nothing going down right now for the Scarlet Knights. Full court pressure will be applied.
BC's played well, but boy, Rutgers has really played poorly here, and that's going to do it for Exanic. That's his 5th. Boy, 8:37. Not even at midcourt, and he picks up his 5th. 6 points, 4 boards. That's it for the captain. 8:37. That's a foul out for the 6th time for Exanic. That's most on the team. Ricky Shields 0 for 5 from 3-point range, 2 of 11 from the field, 7 points. Lamizana 3 of 9. He's got 7 points. They have nobody in double figures. High scorers Doobie got that in relief, 8 points in the latter stages of the first half. Meanwhile, for BC, 13 for Dudley, 11 for Smith.
Well, you talked to BC coaching staff before the game. It was defend the perimeter. control the three-point shooting of Rutgers, and they have done that in a big way today. The man-to-man has been impressive. And I thought early when Lamizana and Shields didn't get their first 2 shots to go, you could see they lost some confidence, and it's just carried on throughout the game.
One of the things that we want to look at now, that's a painful number to look at. Whoa. 75 to 12, that percentage. Whoa. Oh my goodness. I mean, you try to be charitable. There's not a whole lot you can say.
No, there really isn't. Not good looks. The turnovers. Rutgers trying some zone right here, 2-3 style.
Dudley. The onslaught continues. 57-34, a 10-0 run for BC.
How about Dudley? He does a lot of the stuff inside. Not afraid to take the J either.
Lamizana, 1 and done. He's now 3 of 10.
Now, BC, a team that doesn't mind playing out of the half-court set. If you're up in a game like this, you continue to just work your offense, get good shots each time down the floor.
Dragged by. No resistance at all. He bobbled the pass, went in for a layup. 27-7, second half here for Boston College with 7:37 to go.
Really taking it to Rutgers right now. Rutgers got to try to get it to the goal. Another loss, huh? Turnover.
This is one of the worst meltdowns I've ever seen. Fans want Nate to shoot it every time he touches it. Dudley! He's on fire.
Boy, Dudley having a huge game, isn't he?
16 points. 18 points, beg your pardon. 7 of 9. And he's got 7 boards. He's a freshman.
Wow.
Woo.
BC really making a statement right now. Pivotal game. Get themselves 7-6 in the conference. Unbelievable.
Dudley, reverse. And Lamizana picks up the foul. That's his 4th. Start grabbing for the record books. Largest margin of victory in this series, etc., etc., etc. And right now, for Gary Waters, his hope is that Curtis Shaw, Reggie Greenwood, and Tim Higgins lose the whistle. Let the clock run.
Right now, BC certainly, has got to be, if not the surprise team in the conference. You got to say one of the biggest surprises, and Gary Waters really down right now. Just a couple of field goals in the second half and 10 turnovers. Nothing going right. But BC confidence. Dudley rather shoot it from the perimeter, I guess, than the foul line.
Boy, oh boy. I know that the rack is one of the great places and toughest places to play, but one of the formulas that Gary Waters and his staff's going to have to come up with for next year. We got to find some guys who are battle tested on the road. Yeah. Mentally tough.
No doubt, especially in this league. You've got to find a way on the road to get yourself into that kind of upper tier.
Dudley got it to go. Took 2 trips around the world, but got it to go. And here's the good news. Louisville, Cincinnati, DePaul, Marquette, South Florida.
No easy answers there.
In 2 years.
No easy answers out of that grouping, which teams that'll be added to the conference.
BC, 54%. And 48% from the line. Yeah, how do you explain that? Another one of the mysteries. We'll take a timeout. No, we won't try to solve it, but we'll come back right after this.
The more you discover about the best.
In progress, a blowout at Boston College. 61-36 BC over Rutgers. 6:05 to go. Time now. Take a look at the BMW Ultimate Drive of the game, and this is a good one here.
Oh, beautiful pass, huh? Jared Dudley to fellow freshman Sean Marshall. These guys have really stepped up. Marshall with the finish, emotional player, and this guy Dudley, I'll tell you, Jared Dudley's had a great all-around game for BC today.
How about his line? 18 points, 7 boards, 5 assists, 5 steals.
Oh, baby, he's done it all. Done it all. A couple of floor burns to boot.
Right now, if you're Rutgers, Lamizana, that's a start. Right now, Rutgers as a player, give me your prerogatives. I mean, your primary goals right now to finish up this 5:51 after what has happened the last 8-10 minutes.
For Rutgers?
Yeah.
You just got to play with intensity. You're in that timeout. I think the last 5 minutes, you haven't seen much energy. I'm in there saying, guys, forget the score. I want to see 5 guys on the floor that are going to pour it on the line. This is Big East basketball, and I'm not seeing it right now. That's, I think, where I'm coming out.
Absolutely, and you better have some team leaders too. Timeout called by Watson as he got trapped along the sideline. That was the last thing Al Skinner wanted to see. But you see, look at the shiner there by the big guy. Boy, that's Byron Joins. Don't forget, coming up next week, more exciting Big East hoops action comes your way next Saturday when the resurgent Mountaineers of West Virginia, led by Dior Fisher and Tyrone Sally, head to Blacksburg for another tough conference test against Big East leading scorer Bryant Matthews and the Virginia Tech Hokies. Don't miss West Virginia versus Virginia Tech, Saturday, February 28th at noon Eastern from ESPN+. John Beilein, what a job he has done at West Virginia. The Mountaineers picked near the bottom of the pack. They're at 6-6, 14-9. And Seth Greenberg's done a heck of a job too at 4-8, 11-12 overall.
Yeah, they've been some terrific. I mean, there's some terrific coaches throughout the league, but a couple of great jobs. Oh, wow!
Ooh, you go with a facial. Boy, when you take it right into the teeth of a defense like that, that is a big statement. Cross court to Wiggin.
And how about this job they've done by BC with Craig Smith with the 4 personal fouls? They've done a great job. Dornicamp with another foul, and BC has just really come alive offensively in the second half. Look at that ball movement, and Agbai sends it down with authority. You can't say enough about Agbai and the veteran leadership that he's brought to this young Boston College team. He's been consistent. He's always there for BC, and he plays with a lot of emotion as well.
Dornicamp picked up that last foul. For Nate, his 3rd, team 8th. Dornicamp with Agbai, Haley, Dudley, and Watson.
Getting close here to the 10 seconds.
Just got it over.
Oh.
Haley gets away from Wiggin. Oh, nice lead. Nate with the reverse. Nate Dornicamp becoming a cult hero today at Conte Forum.
He's been terrific, and I love the job by Haley, the freshman, knifing his way through there.
Nate's got 11. That's a season high. Both career high, career best, 11 and 9. How about that?
Heading for the double-double. He's been dynamite today. Smith on the bench with the 4. He's really stepped it up.
He influenced that shot. Dornicamp, a junior out of Odessa, Ontario, Canada. Boy, Haley right down the teeth of the defense. Tip is good. Dudley got that one. He's got 20.
Wow, what an effort by BC, doing whatever they want in this ball game right now. And you can see just the emotional, letdown on the part of Rutgers.
Oh, yeah. We got both ends of the spectrum here. Dudley 8 of 10 shooting. Coming down the final 4 minutes, Nate made the steal. Tell you what, this crowd, I guess for their entertainment dollar, this last 3:58, let Nate handle, let him shoot it, let him rebound. He has played well.
Absolutely. And if you're Gary Waters right now, you're saying, give me 5 guys on the floor that are going to let it go out there and play with some intensity. It's not happening right now.
Ed Cooley, assistant coach for Boston College, talking to us before the game, said, hey, Nate could be a big factor. Nate was, Eddie rather, was right on forecast.
Really was, and he's doing a good job. He's been solid. I think people, when you're 7 feet tall, expect you to score a lot and just get easy baskets. But Dornicamp, his game is really coming in and rebounding. He really rotates well in there with Smith and Agbai. He's done a great job today because he's put the bonus points on the board and he's really falling into a nice role on this team.
Agbai, boy, just a tough day. How do you figure this? Craig Smith, all Big East performer, gets his 4th foul at 15:26. That's when the route really took off.
Yeah, it's amazing. He was on the bench. I credit it today to BC's defense. They got after Rutgers early. Rutgers never get into any kind of rhythm, and it only got worse in the second half.
Well, Boston College 7th in defense this year. In control here, no doubt about it.
It's easy to burn off a refreshing look.
Dominating performance by Boston College today as as we take a look at Mr. Dudley, who's had a large role in this one.
He's been awesome out there, all phases of the game. How about a couple of these moves? The lefty lay in, tough roller there with the right hand. He has been so tough. Dornicamp played well. The jumper, Dudley's been knocking it down. Also played some great D today as well.
Also, Mr. Dudley is going to be recognized as our Cooper Tire Defensive Player of the Game. Look at these numbers. Woo. Outstanding. When Craig Smith picked up his 4th foul, it was a ball game, 38-32, with Smith out. How about this? 30-8. I can't remember. Been doing this for a long time. Can't remember a stat like that. You know, your lead player going out, and that happens. Rebound to Jackson is Al Skinner now can afford to empty his bench. Johnny Jackson, that big rebound. Dudley thought about it. Run some clock now.
Great job by BC holding Rutgers to just 40 points. Unbelievable. They never let their shooters get off today. They've defended and everybody getting into the act. There's Steve Haley.
Freshman stepping into that one, shooting 41% on the season. Under 2:40 to go. 71-40. Shields. No. Boy, I tell you what, they put a lid on that basket for him today or what? Lamizana with the rebound. Shields, 2 of 13.
Wow.
Dornicamp almost got that one. Shields gets it to go. So he gets one from in tight. 22 assists for Boston College. Rutgers has just 15 field goals.
And Rutgers comes in there, your #1 field goal percentage team from three-point land at better than 38%. That's just been taken away today at 3 for 16.
Oof. Lamizana. They let him play. Lamizana with the bucket. Gives him 13.
Well, I thought we'd have a real tight one here today. You know, both teams 6 and 6. I didn't expect BC to run away with this one. They've just systematically done it today. And they try to get everybody involved too. Al Skinner, I think, trying to get the whole bench involved with this one. So they get a whistle though.
Haley takes the clock down inside 5. Watson going to try to penetrate. Goes glass.
Oh. Everything working.
Well, the good news, neither one of us has to ride that Rutgers bus and plane back to Piscataway.
I'll say. I don't think I'd want to be there with Gary Waters, would you?
Because he's got a lot of things to say with full justification. All right, let's run down all the end of the bench guys who are coming in. Nate Dornicamp and company getting a large round of applause as BC's en route to its 5th win in 6 games. What a performance. Tavio Hobson's in the game, number 31. Number 21 is Tyler Neville. 25 is Ted Dunlap. Already in the game, Johnny Jackson. And just joining the fray, Devin Everton.
Just won't go down. This one might by Doobie. He's the, oh boy, nothing for Rutgers from the perimeter today.
Shields saves it. Here's Webb. Final 48 seconds to go. Shields, no. Boy,
nothing.
What can you say? I mean, one of those beyond a nightmare if there is such a thing. 3 for 15, 0 for 7, 9 points for Ricky Shields, the leading scorer for Rutgers. Rutgers 29% from the field.
And you know, from a coaching point of view, you can get your game plan together and be ready for it. But in this game, when you just don't shoot it well, which Rutgers has not, it's been just tough from the get-go. You really run out of options. Just 44 points here today.
Woof. Shale Keating in the game for Rutgers. He's wearing number 33. Eric Hazard's in the game, number 30. And Justin Fiasecki, number 23. Final 30 seconds.
Got to let it rip if you're Rutgers. I don't know why you wouldn't.
Well, if it stays like this, 29 points, this will be the largest margin of victory by BC in this series. And if you're an off-the-bench player, you don't want to run offense. Chuck it.
Let it rip.
Like that. Devin Everton So this will be the biggest margin of victory if it stays like that. It's at 32 right now. The previous large 28, 95, 67. And that will do it. The biggest margin of victory in this series. Boston College, a resounding win, 76-44. Just the 14th matchup all time, 9-5 BC against Rutgers. And what's this do, Ron Perry, for Boston College as we look at the RPI?
Well, it's huge right now because now they're up at 18 victories overall. They've had some quality wins, including NC State out of conference. I think it's a very tough ACC team, but really doing a great job. And with that 24 RPI, 7-6 in the league, and they've got what, Virginia Tech, St. John's, and Providence down the stretch. I think they're looking great right now with that win.
The stat that blows me away, Craig Smith picks up his 4th foul. Al Smith and company thinking they're going to be in all kinds of jeopardy. What happens? Boston College rips off 38 points to just 12 down the stretch, and that covering a span of 15-20. Remarkable.
Yeah.
I can't remember ever seeing a stat like that.
Now, Craig Smith has carried the team all year, so just another benefit as Al Skinner heads into the locker room, and he didn't have to bring him back. He said, hey, the guys got it done. The defense was the story today, holding Rutgers to 44 points, taking that perimeter game away. And for Rutgers, they've got to go back to the drawing board after this one.
And then some. Dudley with 20 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, and 5 steals, the star of the game. Next Saturday on many of these stations, it'll be West Virginia meeting Virginia Tech at noon Eastern. So make sure you check your local listings for that one. For Ron Perry, I'm Dave Sims and our entire ESPN Plus crew. Thanks for joining us here at Boston College. Eagles win it big, 76-44. This has been a presentation of ESPN Plus, the worldwide leader in collegiate sports television. Have a good day, everybody.